I'm Sam.
And I'm Greg.
We're human beings. And we like movies.
We'll be doing reviews of brand new releases,
Old classics,
entire sagas.
and even TV shows and video games.
This is Reaction Time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to third annual Something Awards. We didn't practice that. We absolutely planned. We actually didn't plan that. We literally just gave each other a look and went for it. And
Yeah, we did.
it worked. I didn't know if you were going to do episode 95
Yeah.
or if you were going to do third annual,
Well,
but you should have. I should have known.
I had just asked you what episode we were on, so
That's
I
true.
understand why you would think
it's
that.
your fault.
Yeah.
But wow.
Dude.
I mean, third annual Something Awards.
3 years.
We're here.
Yeah.
We are back in the flesh together for the first time in months.
Months.
And we're back on the podcast for the first time in a month. For the first time in month.
For the
First time in month. But you know what, dude? It's Something Awards.
It's
season.
Something Awards.
I can't even believe that we're here
it's
again.
Oscar season.
It's Oscar season. Oscar Mayer Wiener. I mean, I'm pretty excited. If you're joining us here for the first time, the Something Awards are the only fully biased awards in the world, movie awards that I know of.
The only true awards.
They're the only true awards given out by two people who love movies and never watch them.
Yes.
So
We
have
saw a
seen,
majority of some movies this year.
What does that sentence mean? So before we get started on actually giving out awards, I have two things. I've got stats from our podcast, just real quick. It's not anything exciting. And then I have a quick game for Craig to play.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
That he knows nothing about. So, first of all, podcast stats. This year, we released 44 episodes.
Woo.
So it's like not bad. We try for one a week, but we're imperfect and missed the entire holiday season.
Yeah.
32 of those were movies.
Dang.
3 of them were TV shows. 3 of them were video games.
Those are
And
me.
I have no idea what the other 6 are.
What?
So I think the other
Something
6
awards?
I think the other 6 are Something Awards. I think it's like if we did just the first episode of a season of television or something. So it's like
okay.
wrapped up into one. And then we re-released the Mario episode because we didn't have anything for that week. So but so we're gonna play a little game today.
Okay.
Do you know how many new movies you saw this year? Did you keep track at all?
No.
Okay, that's fine. You don't need to know that. I'm just curious. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Guess That Box Office. And so, Craig, I'm thinking there's 2 ways we can do this, and you tell me what you would like to do. The way I was initially going to do it was I was going to have you name the top 10 box offices of the year. And every time you got one right in order, also, you'd get a bonus point.
Okay.
For a possible total of 20 points.
Oh, jeez.
And a minimum of 0.
Okay.
So we can play that way. And then maybe we'll do a different one another time. Because I have several games.
I definitely don't know the top 10. I maybe know the top 5. Maybe.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Inside Out 2.
Okay.
Is this what we saw, or is this?
No, this is the top 10 of the year.
Shoot. Okay. Okay, so Inside Out 2, number 1.
Okay.
Deadpool and Wolverine, number 2.
Okay.
I don't know if this beat it. Dune Part 2 for number 3.
Okay.
Moana 2 for number 4.
Okay.
Trying to remember. Let me look at the movies that came out this year. Wicked.
Okay. Do you want me to, now that you've guessed 5,
Okay.
I'm going to read you all 10 of them.
Okay.
Out of order.
Okay.
And then you try to place them.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do this without. Okay. Command click will allow me. Okay. Dune 2, Kung Fu Panda 4, Deadpool and Wolverine, Venom 3, Godzilla and Kong, Mufasa,
Oh, gosh.
Despicable Me,
Oh,
Wicked,
gosh.
Moana, and Inside Out 2.
Okay. Despicable Me put in front of Wicked.
Oh, gosh. You're going to make me move stuff around. Okay.
So that's 4. No, that would be 5.
That's 5.
Then
Okay.
Wicked's... no.
Then you got Wicked in 6.
Godzilla and Kong.
Okay. Oh.
Yep. Next. Oh, crap. Okay. Kung Fu Panda 4. You're going to move to...
You haven't even said Kung Fu Panda 4 yet.
I know.
Oh, you want me to move it to somewhere?
You're going to move it to 6 place.
Okay, you are breaking my heart.
What else is left? Oh, Venom 3.
Hold on. I can't. I didn't know you were going to be moving stuff.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you want Kung Fu Panda in 6?
Yep.
Okay. And then you have two more. You have
Venom
2 more,
3
I think.
put above Godzilla and Kong. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Venom,
No. Ooh. Yeah.
Godzilla,
What's the last one?
Mufasa.
Put that last.
Okay.
I don't think it's last, but I want it to be last.
Okay. I do want to announce that several times you moved something out of the correct position.
it.
But you did get the first one right.
Okay.
2 points to Gryffindor. Inside Out 2,
Yay.
#1 box office of the year. Deadpool and Wolverine, you got correct.
Obviously.
As number 2.
Yes.
Dune 2, you were wrong about. Dune 2
I
is actually
thought.
number 5.
Okay.
Despicable Me.
Yeah, I thought so.
You had in the right spot and you moved it out.
Dang it.
Moana 2, you did get correct.
Yes. Number 5. Dang.
Yeah. No, number 4. Sorry. Number 4. Dune 2 was number 5.
Okay.
Kung Fu Panda.
Oh,
Sorry,
I moved that to 6.
You moved that to 6. It was wrong.
Dang it.
Wicked is number 6.
Oh.
You then moved everything
Wicked,
down.
dang it.
You had like 3 in a row that were perfect. So number 6 is Wicked,
Okay.
which you didn't get.
Nope.
Then Godzilla, which you
Okay.
didn't get. Kung Fu Panda, Mufasa, then Venom 3.
Yeah, I
so
thought
you missed
Venom 3 was probably going to be last.
you missed all the rest of those. So you got 6 out of 20.
Okay. All right. That's
Well,
not bad.
actually, you guessed a couple other ones, so you get 8 points total.
Okay. Sweet.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
That was fun.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm ready to give out awards.
So what were these points for?
It was to play a game.
Is it like Who's Line where everything's made up and the points don't matter?
It's think Squid Game.
Cool. Gotcha. I don't know what you're meaning, but okay.
If you get below 10 points, you die. I forgot to mention that part at the beginning. Run away.
The
Okay.
window just
It
opens.
just opens. Craig just falls through the trapdoor. So
Yes.
we're gonna go over TV shows briefly.
Yep.
It's a pretty small category, and then we will give out awards for movies.
We have so many awards this
So
year.
many awards. It's gonna be so fun. I do want to just throw out real quick so everybody can kind of be prepared. I have a list of the movies that I saw this year. I'm a little proud of myself and a little bummed. I saw 24
Dang.
new movies this year. Movies that came out this year.
Great TV
One
show.
of them technically came out like the very last week of 2023, but I will allow it because it's me. So I'm just going to read off my list real quick. So Argyle, Anyone But You. That was the 2023 one technically. Dune 2, Madam Web, Roadhouse, Self-Reliance, Monkey Man, Megamind 2, The Fall Guy, Hitman, The Idea of You, A Family Affair, Inside Out 2, A Quiet Place, Day 1, Twisters, Deadpool and Wolverine, It Ends With Us, Alien Romulus, The Wild Robot, Joker 2, Heretic, Wicked, Godzilla X Kong, and Trap.
Oh, you saw It Ends With Us.
I did see It Ends With Us. Not to be confused with It 2. It Ends With Us.
Oh, right. Yeah. It Chapter 2.
It Chapter 2. But yeah, so
Cool. I saw a good amount of those
cool.
and not some of them.
And not some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Most of the ones that I saw that you didn't was me watching movies with Courtney.
I will say there is one movie I saw this year that you did not see.
Only one?
Carry On.
Yeah. Oh, I still haven't seen it.
Yep.
Okay. We will give out the award and then give a 30-second speech about why, so that this is not a 4-hour-long episode because we have like, I don't know.
There's so many awards.
We probably have 20 awards to give out, honestly, at least, maybe more. So I say let's start with our favorite podcast moment real quick.
Okay.
Then we'll jump into TV shows. Then we'll do movies.
Okay.
Okay, Craig, what was your favorite moment of the podcast this year?
Okay, so I have two.
Okay.
Because one is going to be my favorite podcast moment, like recording, and
Okay.
then my favorite moment just watching all the movies that we were watching.
Okay.
My favorite podcast moment was 21 Jump Street when Sam told me that he cried.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
I laughed so hard.
Oh, so good. I mean, I get. I'm not going to apologize.
No, you shouldn't.
I
It
will
was
not.
fantastic. My favorite moment the whole year.
Wow.
And this is even like some crazy movies that are out there. Alien Romulus, the freaking ship crashing into the freaking asteroids.
Yeah.
Bro. The coolest visual.
That was a fun theater,
cool. So
theater
cool.
experience.
I loved it.
Amen.
Yeah.
So my favorite, I have three.
Wow.
Two of them kind of go hand in hand.
Okay.
I loved crapping on Joker 2.
Yep, I was going to say that also.
And giving it its new names.
It's-
If you haven't seen that, go check it out on
Go
TikTok.
check out that episode. It's great.
As well as crapping on Megamind 2.
Yes.
While I hated that movie more than anything ever, watching it was one of those satisfying experiences of hating something so much that it healed something in me.
Yes.
You know? And so there's that. And so crapping on those was really fun.
So much fun.
And another thing I just love is that we accidentally, on purpose, got really into Jake Gyllenhaal this year.
Oh my gosh, we totally did.
We saw we watched I think at least 3.
We saw Prisoners, Nightcrawler, and Roadhouse at least.
Well, in Source Code. Prisoners
Source
technically
Code.
was last year.
Oh, was it last year?
But we have seen at least 3 Jake Gyllenhaal movies. And
Dude, Jake Gyllenhaal is just kind
it's
of the
not quite
best.
enough.
No,
you know?
it's not.
So I think we'll do more.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, wow, what a rush. And also seeing Wicked 3 times in theaters. Honestly, I'd go again. It has been fun.
And it's been real.
It's basically like, I want to go see all these movies, and Courtney goes, but I want to see Wicked. And I'm like, okay.
We can
Actually,
go see Wicked
I'm
again.
fine with that, although I would like to see other things.
It was
But
fun
honestly,
recording with her
Wicked
and
is
doing the whole Inside Out
that
2
was
with
fun.
the-
Fun second ever guest on the pod. And she
Yeah.
joined us twice this year.
She did.
She joined me twice.
Yeah.
You once.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
good year for the pod.
Great year for the pod.
And even better things coming this year.
Yeah. Because
this
this year.
This year's going to be a banger as
Yeah.
far as like the movies that are coming
Mission
out.
Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Freaking 8.
Superman, maybe.
Maybe.
Fantastic Four.
Maybe.
Lots of Marvel.
Lots of Marvel.
I'm gonna see all of it.
Which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing.
Yeah.
To be determined.
TBD for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into movies.
Okay. Oh, or do you want to do TV shows?
Sorry, that's what I looked at the word TV shows and I said, that says movies.
Sam's struggling today.
I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, Craig. What was the worst 2024 TV show that you watched?
Okay, so I didn't watch a ton of TV shows this year, so this one was a little rough. I wouldn't say it was like trash, but it was pretty dumb. Bridgerton season 3.
Wow.
Was the first season was good, second season was pretty good, and then the third season had one scene, and then the rest of it was
Interesting.
just really boring.
Craig is on the opposite side of history as everybody else. Now, all those other people are
Really?
women.
I heard a lot of
all those
people-
other people are women.
See, I heard a lot of people actually didn't like it
Oh, really?
because there wasn't as much fun in that one.
I guess I did not hear that it was good. I heard that it was spicy.
There's
from
scene.
ladies.
There's one scene that's spicy.
Then I guess I don't know. But
and the other seasons has more.
congratulations, Bridgerton, for being Craig's worst of the year.
Sam, what is your worst? I think I know.
My worst is The Power of One, The Power of Two, The Power of Many. It is The Acolyte, the most abominable thing potentially that Star Wars has ever done.
Yeah. Didn't see it.
Some wasted potential. No, sorry, a lot of wasted potential. and with some just really cool spurts of lightsaber fights, and then horrible everything else. Everything else. So, congratulations, Acolyte. You are the worst.
I did learn something from that show. You can start a fire in a stone-filled mountain.
You can, with no greenery or anything flammable.
Yeah, I didn't know that before.
No, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Let us jump now to the opposite side of the spectrum.
The best.
The best TV show. I have two written down. I think I should pick one.
Oh.
I think I should pick one and then honorable mention the other
You
one.
have two?
I have two.
Dang.
Yeah.
You watched a lot of TV shows this year.
I did watch several. Not a lot, but some.
So what would be your best?
I'm going to say them both because I don't feel like I can pick because they're different. My two best are one, The Three Body Problem.
Okay.
Which is a fantastic sci-fi.
Not Bodies.
Not Bodies. Bodies didn't come out this year.
Oh,
Bodies is
okay.
2 or 3 years old, I think. But Bodies is awesome if you want to watch Bodies.
I have it on my wish list.
The Three Body Problem is just a fantastic sci-fi based off of a series of books. And I'm stoked out of my mind for the second season, whenever that's coming. Very cool. And then my other one is The Penguin.
Yep.
Which is definitely also, we don't have this in our TV show category, but definitely my pleasant surprise because I expected low things.
Yes, so did I.
Spin-off from not my favorite Batman movie. I just thought every other spin-off show I had ever seen is lame.
Yes.
Pretty much. And so I just expected the same from this, and it absolutely blew my expectations out of the water and was great. So
That's my best.
that's your best?
That's my
The
best.
Penguin?
Penguin. So good.
Yeah.
From start to finish, that first episode, I was like, okay, I'm already hooked, and it just never stops.
Yeah. It
Till
is.
the very last episode.
It is very good.
Yeah.
Your favorite episode of the year, is it from The Penguin?
It is.
Okay, what is it?
I think I kind of went back and forth, but I think the final episode is my favorite.
Interesting. The final episode's really good.
It's so good,
Yeah.
and it's such a horrible ending, in a good way. You know what I mean? Because it's a perfect ending, but I was shocked 3 times in that episode. Things I did not expect to happen. So it was good.
Very good.
Not even just, I would say one of my favorite TV shows I've watched, even just recently. If I take out Better Call Saul, it's nothing for a while.
a long time.
Yeah.
I feel that. My favorite episode was I think it was episode 5. It was the backstory of Sophia and just
That was so good. That was the one I was.
the Arkham. Yeah, when
Yep.
she's in Arkham, and I guess I won't spoil anything, but just a really, really good character building, story driven episode. And I think that episode is such proof of this is how you write a character. This is how you write a female character. This is proof that if you write something good, people do not care about gender or race or whatever. It's going to be awesome.
and you
it's
can
proof
make
of
it
that.
in the middle of the show and not have it be a problem.
Yes.
Because that's most.
Yeah.
Most, it's flashback time, and you're like, oh, I don't want to.
It feels like a waste too,
Yeah.
and an interruption. And this felt so
good.
relevant and
Yeah.
so good.
Those are my 2
Yeah.
episodes. I couldn't quite decide.
Yeah, they're
So-
both. That show's really good.
It's really good.
really, really good.
Yeah.
All right, dude. This
Let's
is the moment
talk about
everybody's
the movies.
been waiting for is the movies. Okay. Because yours might be slightly out of order,
It's okay. Just do
I'll take the lead so that we don't, well, I guess we wouldn't repeat anything anyway. But so we're first going to just talk about 2 movies that 2 or 3, I guess, depending on, I have 3 categories of movies that we did in the podcast this year that did not necessarily come out this year. So it's kind of awards for maybe you're seeing it for the first time, or you hadn't seen it in a long time, or whatever, and and you liked it, or maybe you hated it. So the first award is going to go to your most pleasant surprise of the movies that we went over this year, not necessarily things that came out. What is yours?
Hitman.
Dude, Hitman.
Hitman was so
And
good.
Hitman did come out this year. And
Did
it was,
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, did it?
No, I thought it was like it came out forever ago, but it just came out on Netflix.
Oh. No, you're right. It was 2023.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Dude, Hitman was
Dude,
great.
Hitman was way good.
Funny, interesting, cool story.
Yeah.
Fun from start to finish.
Dude,
I was honestly
Hitman's a
like,
bop.
when you were like, oh yeah, let's watch it. And I was like, okay. And so I look it up and I watch the trailer and I'm like, okay, maybe it'll be good. Like,
Yeah.
but I was like, dang, this movie was good.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was
What's the main actor's name?
Glenn Powell.
Oh, dude, he was so good.
He also, he had a year, man.
Yeah.
He
Freaking
had
Twisters.
a year.
What's your pleasant surprise? From
My
movies we watched
pleasant
in the
surprise.
podcast?
Of this year is Baby Driver.
Baby Driver.
I did not know what to expect from Baby Driver, literally at all. Craig said, watch Baby Driver. And I said, I've never heard of that. And I see that it's Ingalls Boggle, Eggos Bungs.
Is it a
and
baby driving?
he's the main character. And is it a baby? Does he drive babies or is he a baby that drives? It's one of the two. And I didn't find a movie about chauffeuring infants to be intriguing particularly. So I was hoping that he was a baby. Neither were true. And
No.
it's a fantastic movie.
Such
and
a deceiving title.
I had such a good time watching it.
I loved Baby Driver.
So I loved it.
It was so freaking awesome.
Okay. What is your your biggest disappointment of a movie that you saw this year? Not necessarily a movie that came out.
Yeah, if I can be super honest, I didn't really watch much this year that I was like fully disappointed with.
Okay.
So this movie, and I wouldn't even say it's hard because it's not really like a huge disappointment because it didn't have like a ton of hype for it.
Yeah.
But it was so bad that I put it as my most disappointing. It's gonna be Joker 2 because that movie was
Ooh,
trash.
It was so trash.
so trash.
That movie was garbage.
So it's hard because I wasn't like, oh man, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I was so excited for it when it first got announced, and then the more they like announced stuff about it, I was like less and less excited. But it was so trash garbage that Joker 2, you are poo.
Yeah.
I'm a poet and didn't even know it.
To your
Sam,
Yes.
what was your most disappointing movie of the year?
My most disappointing movie of the year was It.
Yeah.
I really thought that maybe it was going to be good because a lot of people like to dress up as it for Halloween and people like that movie and you
Yeah.
suggested it and I was in the Halloween mood and then I watched it and I hate that stupid movie.
yeah.
It was
really bad.
and the more I think about it, the worse it gets in my head.
Yeah. I don't know why I liked it the first time. I thought it was great. And then I watched it again and I was like,
wait a
crap,
second.
why did I recommend
Yeah,
this movie?
no good. But you know what? You're never getting to suggest a movie again. Okay. I have one more category. I don't even know if I remembered to tell you this one.
Oh, crap.
It's the favorite movie outside of
2024.
2024 that you watched. And if it's Hitman, great. But if it's any of the other ones that we watched, if you'd like, I can go first.
No, I can go first.
Oh, okay.
No, it's totally fine. This is a movie I have seen already,
Okay.
but I watched it again for the first time in a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I put it as. It's going to be Good Will Hunting.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had seen it before. It'd been a minute since I'd watched it, and it got me all over
Which
again.
we will be reviewing soon because Craig has been begging me to, begging me to watch it for the past couple months or so.
Yes.
He's asked me in stints every so often to watch that movie, and I have not yet. So I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, it was good.
My favorite, I have two because they both really jump out at me when I look at our list. One is 21 Jump Street. I had seen it kind of once a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then I rewatched it and thought it was the funniest thing ever. And then watched 22 Jump Street like the next day and that one also so good.
So good.
So good. And then my other one is Source Code because I had heard
was so good.
the name Source Code my whole life and had no idea what it was. And then upon watching it, realized that it's an incredible Jake Gyllenhaal movie,
Yeah.
which like duh, but Anyway,
It's good.
yeah.
It's really good.
All right, you guys. Now is like the real actual moment you've been waiting for. We are going to be awarding new movies.
Yes.
Movies that came out this year.
This year.
There are some theatrical releases. There's some Netflix releases. There's some Hulu releases. There's some whatever releases. But they all were released in the year 2024. Craig, what is the most underrated movie that you saw in 2024?
Okay. I had a hard time with this one because I would say a lot of the movies that I enjoyed, everybody else enjoyed.
Okay.
And I would say that there wasn't a ton of movies that I would really classify as underrated. There's one I could have put in here because the box office wasn't a ton, but it was also a limited release. So it's like it did well for what they were expecting.
Yeah.
This one is not for box office because the box office was really good. This one is for the critic and audience score.
Okay.
I personally loved Moana 2.
Oh,
And a
okay.
lot of people
I was
didn't.
wondering.
Box office, obviously not underrated at all.
Yes, no, not a bit.
Because we were what, number 3
yeah.
or 4 for the year?
Yeah, Moana 2 did 962 million. As of now,
As of now, it's still going.
it's going to hit $1 billion probably. So,
So we were going to do an episode. We haven't yet. We might do one later. My biggest thing was, I think everybody, it's a sequel, right?
Yeah.
So my question that I have to everybody is, if you go in the mindset of if it's not a sequel and it was like the first one, right? Let's say Moana 2 was number 1 and number 1 was Moana 2. I wonder if everybody would have enjoyed it a lot more because there was a lot of like, oh, well, you know, the story, what can you do with the story? And it's like, yeah, the plot at certain points is kind of dumb, but like I got way more emotional in this one than I did in the first one.
man, I never saw it.
So, and freaking her song Beyond is like the best Disney song they've made in a long time.
Dang.
Just saying it right now. So,
All right. You
come
heard it
at
here
me.
first.
Come at me.
Craig awarding. This is the Grammys. Moana 2. I didn't even see that coming, but I kind of forgot that you saw that movie. So that
Yeah.
makes sense.
And even critic, it's not like it got really bad, but like I think it's like 65. Like that's pretty low for
Yeah,
like
for
a
a
big movie
big-
like
yeah.
that. So
Especially one with a box office like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your most underrated?
My most underrated movie of 2024 is Monkey Man.
Ah, that was like my close second.
Dude, I just have not heard anybody talking
No.
about Monkey Man.
No,
It is so good.
it's so cool.
If you like this is what I say to people. If you like John Wick, watch Nobody. If you like Nobody, watch Monkey Man. Honestly, if you like anything like that, watch Monkey Man.
if you like John Wick, but even better acting,
but
watch
even better
Monkey Man.
acting, Monkey Man. Big time. Monkey Man's incredible. Dev Patel, it's amazing. Watch it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was a fun movie.
that was a fun movie. That was a
Really
good
fun
time.
movie. Okay, so are we going to most overrated
We're
now?
going to go most overrated. Now,
Yeah.
look, the most overrated category could be a lot of things. It could be box office, it could be hype, it could be whatever. But Craig, for you, what is the most overrated, overhyped movie of 2024?
This didn't even come out in theaters, but it was like number 1 Netflix for like 5 weeks or something. Don't Move.
Oh gosh, I didn't even know that was like. I guess it was number one.
Yeah, that's
huh?
when we watched it.
It was pretty bad.
It was there was a couple fun parts, but overall it was pretty dumb.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Watch like the number 1 clips probably on YouTube from Don't Move, and then don't watch the rest of it because it's really stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your most overrated?
This is my most overrated. I struggled because I couldn't pick Don't Move because yes, it was number 1 on Netflix, but I never heard anyone else talk about it at all. So I
Yeah,
was like,
I didn't either.
Maybe nobody's rating this anything high. The one I picked, I do like the movie, but I'm actually going to go with Twisters.
Okay.
It was a fun movie, but I think most of the hype was, oh, it's Glenn Powell and tornadoes, which honestly, like, yeah,
Yeah.
I get it because cool, you know? But it was fun, but it was not that good. But it's like the number, I don't know, it's high up on the box office list this year.
I'm surprised you didn't do Godzilla and Kong.
Well, okay, so I did that. Twisters was number 15. I guess it
Okay.
only made 370. Godzilla, if I'm going purely box office, Godzilla and Kong. That movie was no good at all, actually. And I put Twisters as most overrated before I knew the Godzilla was this
That high?
high.
Oh, yeah,
So
see.
honestly, Godzilla is way more overrated for
Okay,
me,
okay.
personally.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha.
Okay. What's next? Let's see. What is your funniest movie?
This
Of
is
the
a
year.
no-brainer.
Dude, is it the same as mine? Should we
Yeah.
say it on the count of 3?
Oh my gosh, say on the count of 3.
Okay. The funniest movie of 2024 is The Fall Guy. You didn't say it.
You said on the count of 3.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was going to jokingly say Joker too.
Oh.
No, Deadpool and Wolverine. Are
No
you
way,
kidding
really?
me?
Okay. Yes, but hear me out. I think I laughed harder at The Fall
Oh,
Guy and
no.
more times.
I was crying during Deadpool and Wolverine. The Fall Guy has some very, very good parts.
Okay.
But I was literally crying because I was laughing so hard in the theater.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, your choice is not wrong.
But the Fall Guy, when he's sitting in the car, and I hate saying this, but when it's playing Taylor Swift, one of the best scene.
It's so funny.
So good.
And when they're talking over the megaphone to each other, and Emily Blunt is saying all this stuff, and then the alien guy grabs it and is talking about like his wife's sister or something. I can't remember. It's so funny. So, look, I respect your choice fully. And
I partially respect
you
your choice
partially
fully.
respect mine.
Just
But
kidding.
Deadpool
totally
Wolverine,
respect your choice.
I mean, it's a fair take.
Yeah, I was
take.
crying. So
Yeah.
there was a couple movies I totally knew right off the bat before I even wrote down the awards what they were going to be, and that was that one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into a very subjective set of awards, which is least favorite and favorite. Now, this
Okay.
is not necessarily the best movie.
Nope.
It's not the biggest box office or anything. It is just your feeling about the movie, regardless of any other circumstances. Craig, what was your least favorite movie that came out in 2024?
So I have 2, but I'm only going to say one because the other one doesn't deserve another award. Megamind 2. It's my least favorite.
Wow.
It was the hot garbage. Was it the Doom Syndicate?
Yes,
yeah,
Megamind 2
and the Doom.
Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate.
Nah,
is that what
that's
it was?
What it was. Yes.
It's not even Megamind 2 technically.
No.
Maybe that's why they didn't call it Megamind 2 is because it's not a true
doesn't.
sequel.
No. It doesn't deserve Megamind 2. So garbage, trash,
Yeah, it's really
everything. Our lowest rated movie of all time since doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And I doubt
And it
much is
can't-
ever going to beat it.
Yeah, I don't think it can get beat. It would be really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite?
The least favorite movie I watched was Trap.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to see that.
High key hated that movie, but more than hating the movie, I hated watching it.
Yeah.
It was really boring. It was poorly written and was so uncaptivating and truly, truly, truly about, I think, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's daughter?
Yes. Yeah.
Her music?
Yeah. Can I tell
Not
you?
terrible music, but
Can I tell
dumb for a
you?
movie.
This is to Hollywood that's listening right now.
Dear Hollywood,
Dear Hollywood.
stay safe in your fires.
Yes, please do. Oh my goodness.
And also,
That's been insane. Hollywood. Contact M. Night Shyamalan, Ding Dong, and tell him to make trailers and nothing else. His trailers are fantastic. Every new movie that releases in a trailer, I'm like, I want to watch that. And then I see his name and I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
dude, you know what I learned recently, though? Is usually,
It's not like he's making the trailers,
yeah,
I guess.
movies,
you
I didn't
know?
even know this. Movies send things to, there are studios that just put together trailers.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not even involved in working on the movie. They just, maybe the director says a certain thing.
Well,
but it's crazy.
whatever he says to them.
Whatever studio's making his trailer.
Yeah, they're always so good. I watch
Yeah.
Trap and I'm like, the trailer, and I'm like, man, this looks so good. And then I see his name, I'm like, I bet you it's going to be trash.
Yeah.
That's what Old was. Worst movies ever made.
All right, let's lighten the mood, Craig. What was your favorite movie. that
Deadpool
you watched this year.
Wolverine.
Ah, man, what a good movie.
Good movie.
It was so fun.
Can I say again, I was crying, laughing so hard during this
You
movie.
may say it.
Okay. The other reason why this was my favorite movie was this was the first movie me and my wife have seen just by ourselves since Toy Story 4.
5 years.
Yeah. So
Dang.
it was also my favorite because of that.
Yeah.
But just
for sure.
just because I have always followed Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's like bromance that they've got.
Yeah.
So just them together in a movie doing that, I was so excited for. Was it perfect? Obviously not.
Yeah.
Was it my favorite though? 100%.
And was it so good? Yes, it was so good.
Oh man.
My favorite movie this year was Heretic.
Nice.
And
Yep.
was it the best movie of the year? Hard to say because so many movies are different. This was a unique movie.
That's my honorable mention.
And just like for personal reasons and for brain reasons, it was my favorite. I saw it twice. And it was a treat.
It was so good.
It was so very
easy
good.
honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
Easy.
Really good.
Go see it.
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
probably not out still, but if you can find it.
Yeah,
go
it might be.
see it.
Yeah, just Google it. Heretic streaming. Dear Google.
Go.
All right, Craig. Now, what was the worst movie?
Oh, we're going to worst and
Oh,
best?
no, wait. Let's not do worst yet. Worst is last. We'll skip worst for now.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta put that down here so I don't forget. So do you want to jump into the biggest disappointment? And then let's do biggest disappointment of movies that came out this year.
Oh, crap. I don't have one of those.
That's okay. Most pleasant surprise that came out this year.
I have one of those.
And then we'll go through this year, for the first time, we're going to give awards based off of our categories. So best visuals, best story, best acting, all of that, so on and so forth. And then we'll do our worst movie, and then we will give out the movie of the year, and then we'll give out some honorable mentions. And we'll talk about 2025 briefly. So for me, the biggest disappointment of the year,
Yeah.
and maybe this will spark some brain in you.
Ooh, maybe.
A Quiet Place Day One.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
I love the I hate having to say the and then the title of a movie when it's like this. I love the A Quiet Place movies. It's the worst. This one it looked good.
Yep.
It had if it was truly day one and had encapsulated what the chaos should have been,
Yeah.
it would have been incredible.
It would have been perfect.
Instead, it was very safe.
It was
boring.
week 2.
It was week. Yeah,
Yeah.
A Quiet Place week 2.
Yeah.
Cat movie.
They said day 1, but like the first 5 minutes were day 1, and then
Yeah.
it's like 3 days later.
So it really let me down because I was very excited for it, and it just
Yeah.
did not do what I wanted it to.
I'll agree with you on that
Okay.
one for my most disappointed for this year. And I guess again, it's kind of in the same boat with Joker 2 where like, I guess I didn't have a ton of hype for it because it wasn't full John Krasinski. It was
Yeah.
just he helped with the writing.
Yeah.
That I was like, this feels kind of cash grabby.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely, great acting,
Oh, for sure.
but just dumb.
Yeah, just dumb.
yeah.
All right, Craig, what was your most pleasant surprise of this year?
Okay, my most pleasant surprise of this
I'm
year
excited for this.
is Carry On.
Oh, man, I'm so sad I haven't seen it.
so much
Ugh.
fun.
I've only heard good things
It's
personally
so
about that
good.
movie.
I don't want to overhype it
Mhm.
because literally my brother just texted me and said, "Hey, I watched Carry On. It's awesome. You should watch it." And I was like, "Okay." And I get on Netflix and it's like, "Oh, #1 movie this for the week." And then my wife was like, "Oh, I've seen TikToks on that." And I was like, "You want to watch it?" And she's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So we started watching it. She falls asleep within the first 2 minutes, and then I watched the whole movie. Because that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
This movie did one thing for me that I didn't ever think could happen in my entire
It solidified your love for Jason Bateman.
life. No, because that's already happened. I love Jason Bateman. You kidding
Everybody
me?
loves Jason Bateman.
Everybody loves Jason Bateman. It took my least favorite Christmas song of all time, which is Last Christmas, and made a really good scene out of it. Like the best scene in the whole movie.
Talk about a tease.
like Taylor Swift Fall Guy, but different.
Interesting.
Because it's not funny.
It's got to be gory. I know
It's
it.
so
It's got to
cool.
be so actiony. I can see it in my head already.
So easily, I was so shocked. I was not expecting it to be that much fun.
I'm excited to watch it.
Plot holes, of course, but it was great.
Of course.
Yeah. Go into that movie just to have fun. Because if you think about it, people are like, oh, that would never happen at an airport. Well, yeah, no, duh.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
You can't even walk through security with a belt on.
Yeah. Sam, what was your most pleasant surprise of 2024?
My most pleasant surprise this year was Roadhouse.
I almost did Roadhouse.
Roadhouse?
was so fun.
It was kind of one of those ones where I had no idea what to expect. So
No.
I kind of went in super blind. And Conor McGregor is one of the worst actors of our generation. But
So bad.
Jake Gyllenhaal is one of the buffest actors of our generation. Honestly, like I turned for about a month. And but like
Mine
the
might have been a
fighting,
month and a half.
The fighting was so good.
So good.
And learning later about how they did the stunts in the fighting. Did you ever watch the VFX breakdown of that?
No.
I will describe it super quickly.
Okay.
Basically, what they would do is they would film somebody punching a pad,
Okay.
and then they'd film from the same angle. They'd film a pad hitting someone's face, so they can go full on it.
Oh.
And then they would film one where they're like fake punching, and they'd somehow combine all of that. And that's why the hits look so
look
hard and
so
so
good.
real.
They look so
is
good.
because there is still a full swing and a full contact. It's just not with the person.
Right.
But they're separate. It's very cool.
Wow.
It's super unique. So anyway,
That would also go
love that movie.
under my most disappointing movie of this year because they still have not released the Post Malone song. And
Yeah,
I am
what the heck?
pissed.
It's been like a year.
It's been a year. I'm pissed.
What a bummer. It's because he's focusing on his country career.
But why wouldn't he just release? All I can think is Amazon's like, we own this song.
All right.
Stupid Jeff Bezos. It's all his fault.
Stupid Jeff. Let's get into our categories.
Okay.
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 So, Craig, first up is visuals.
Okay. I have two.
I have two as well. I wonder if they're the same two, but
They're
I'm not going to try to.
probably the same.
I'm
two.
probably not going to try to say them on the count of three.
That's okay.
All right. You name one, and then I'll name
Okay.
a different one, and we'll see if it's the same.
Number
What
one.
is your first one?
Doom Part 2.
I had that down also.
Beautiful visuals.
So good.
So good.
For me, I have two also, and I didn't put anything in any specific order, but
Yeah.
I would say Dune is number one.
yes.
The visuals for that, I think, and I think I said this in the episode, and I stand by it. I think as far as CGI heavy movies go, it's the best visuals of all time,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I would say it probably is. Yeah.
My second one is Alien Romulus.
Yes. That's my second one.
It is so cool, and
so cool.
it's for me, it's maybe the best capture of space.
Yes.
You
yes.
know, Interstellar's awesome.
Yep.
There's a lot of Star Wars that's awesome. But like what Alien Romulus does, especially in the scene where they're flying through the rings of whatever planet, it's
Maybe like my favorite moment ever.
one of a
so
kind.
cool. It's
And
so cool.
they do it so well. And one of my favorite things about that is a lot of big CGI destruction is heavily edited, meaning like they're cutting away from it and they're
Oh,
showing
yeah.
different things. This is a pure long shot
Even slow mo.
from a couple
almost.
different angles. It feels slow mo,
But it's not.
but it's not because
Yeah.
it's like from so far away, and it is one of the most well done CGI shots of all time.
yes.
and it's amazing.
100%.
It's up there with some of the really cool CGI stuff from the creator.
yes. Yes.
So hats off.
That's
for
where I
sure.
was like, Dune Part 2 technically wins because I think it's the best, but nothing blew me away like
Yeah.
those scenes in Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
So, okay. I
okay.
know the next one,
Okay.
so I can announce it.
Okay.
What was your favorite story of 2024?
This is going to be a big phrase, a big
Oh,
thing to say. Not only was it my favorite story of 2024, but it may possibly be my favorite story of all time. It was The Wild Robot.
Okay.
I have thought about this movie a lot and starting to realize the depth of not only like the motherhood of the robot, but also the fact that it's like the death aspect that happens like during the movie, but also remembering the death that is somewhat caused by the robot beforehand.
Right.
There's so many layers to this.
Yeah.
And every time I even think about the movie, I get like a little emotional.
Oh, I'm getting emotional now just thinking about it.
There's something about it that that is intangible and you can't necessarily even put it into words, and I think that's why it's so good is because I cannot describe it.
Right.
And you can describe it, but the feeling that it gives you is an indescribable thing. So that's mine.
I don't know how they did it, but it's like Pixar's Up, you know?
Yeah.
To me, this is my favorite DreamWorks movie that they've ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Like overall, I mean, obviously like Shrek and Shrek 2 and How to Train Your Dragon. Like How to Train Your Dragon, those three are almost perfect, right? Yeah. Shrek 1 and 2 is great. But I think this one also gets a little bit of brownie points because I'm going through what the robot's going through right now, raising two kids, right? And so like there's a lot of depth that's in there, but like you haven't raised kids. You don't need that. Right? You don't need that to feel just how good this movie is and how there's so much levels to it.
Yeah.
So many levels. And so,
it's incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
That and Heretic are my two for story.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought the story for Heretic was
the story for Heretic
good.
is very good.
So good.
It's really good. It's also very layered and they do a good job. It's just such an interesting way to do kind of a kidnapping story.
Yes.
You know?
Great.
Very unique.
And just a cool look at religion.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Acting, Craig.
Okay.
What was your best acted movie of the year?
So this isn't actually I didn't encapsulate it in a movie.
Okay.
I did an actor.
Oh, totally fair. Maybe I should have done that.
No, it's fine.
Because I couldn't think of a good one. But
yeah, see, and I couldn't either.
Yeah.
Like, and I could think of a couple like good ones, but like there wasn't one that was just like super stand out other than one individual. I think Hugh Jackman as Wolverine destroyed that movie.
Yeah.
Like he made Ryan Reynolds look like a C-list actor. Like
that's true.
Insane.
He did.
Insane. Like the car scene is I've rewatched that like 10 times when he just like rips him a new one. It's perfect.
It's honestly the word I would describe to you, or the word I would use to describe that like dialogue that he has right there is special. Like I feel like that performance is one of those like, whoa, like once in a lifetime seeing something like that.
Get Out with the boyfriend and the mom. Like, yeah.
It's special. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
I don't like my answer anymore. I was having trouble going through. I definitely would say Hugh Jackman in Deadpool and Wolverine.
If I had to pick a movie, it would be The Wild Robot. But I don't think it was like she did really, really good.
Yeah.
And then everybody else was fine. And Bright Bill did really well, but everybody else was just fine.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I couldn't really boil it down to a movie.
Yeah. I'm going to give a few here.
Okay.
Real quick. Because it's all a bunch of different stuff and it's hard. So Hugh Jackman, obviously. What I had was Monkey Man because that was actually my highest rated acting of, I looked through the numbers too.
Really?
And I was like, oh, that was, I might have had another one that was a 200 where I was like, eh. But Monkey Man, I think I gave a 200 on the acting. Dang. Or maybe it was a 199. But so overall, as a movie, maybe Monkey Man. Another one I would say, and now I realize that this movie didn't come out, but Glenn Powell in Hitman.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
So many characters that he did so well, I think was really cool.
Perfect.
And then the other one was actually the It Ends With Us, which is soaked now in controversy and lawsuits and stuff. And I'm like hesitant to mention that the movie exists because I've only seen headlines.
Don't cancel us.
I've only seen headlines. So I'm like, I don't even know whose side I'm supposed to be on. But I actually really enjoyed that movie.
This is the one time that you're not supposed to be on the female side, it seems like.
Yeah, I guess she's like, Blake Lively's like Amber Heard.
Amber,
now,
yep,
so. Oops. So yeah, anyway, that's what I've got for acting.
So would you say they both did really well, or?
There were, I think, 3 or 4 people in that movie who did really well.
Okay.
So,
because I don't know if I've seen him in anything.
The only other thing I know of him in is in Jane the Virgin.
Right, and I didn't watch
and you never saw that,
no,
right?
No, my wife did. She loved it.
Yeah, everybody loves it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I can't do the narrator. He really
Oh,
bugs me.
yeah. Rogelio. Yeah, it's okay. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so score.
Score.
My score I have split into 2 because I was torn and I realized one of them was more of a soundtrack and one of them was more of a actual cinematic score.
Okay.
So I've separated mine completely. But what is your best score?
I have 2. One for song,
Okay.
which we've already talked about.
Which one?
Roadhouse.
Oh.
Horsepower.
Oh,
Post
yeah.
Malone.
Oh, yeah.
Release it, you freaking people.
Craig is like
Amazon.
watching some bootlegged YouTube video hoping he can hear snippets of it.
The second song I would say would be Beyond by Moana 2.
Oh,
fantastic.
your fave.
But I would say for overall soundtrack, it would be The Wild Robot.
Okay.
Because when I hear those 2 songs, I want to cry every single time. And a movie that can do that wins score for me.
That is a good take. I have my 2. I also have the song of the year, possibly I guess not song, but like the movie song of the decade, maybe the century.
Okay.
So my winning soundtrack is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, it's so good.
The Wild Robot obviously
Yeah.
is special in its own way, and those 2 songs by Maren Morris are phenomenal, and I will always vividly remember how hard they hit in the theater.
Deadpool and Wolverine was
But
so
the Deadpool Wolverine
It was
soundtrack
perfect.
is
It was perfect.
crazy
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that's totally in there too.
So good.
I have like 12 for score.
It's so good. And then as far as score goes, it's Dune for me.
Okay.
I thought the Dune score I just think it matches the feel of the movie so well,
100%.
and I think a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah.
And it just elevates the movie so much and gives you that big, ethereal, weird, like desert god vibe, and it's really cool. Now the best song, and whoever composed this is a god. It is the Like a Prayer cinematic choir version from Deadpool and Wolverine. I remember watching this movie for the first time and already just blown away. And then you get to the scene where that song starts, you're like, okay. And then
his shirt rips.
his shirt blows off. And it's this incredible, like, over the top choir version of a Madonna song. And it's
perfect.
It's funny, but it's also like so good. It's so good.
It has blown up on TikTok.
Yeah.
And every time we listen to it, I'm like, I want to watch Deadpool.
Do you remember
Wolverine.
after we saw that movie, I came up to you and I was like, I've been looking forever for this song. And I had been talking about it, and I don't think anybody noticed, or not anybody, but I don't think a lot of people noticed in the theater how good that was.
Yeah.
And immediately when I heard it, I was like, I love stuff like this because I love when they take normal songs and make them really cinematic.
Right.
And hearing that, I was like, this is what I'm going to be listening to for like a super long time. And I found a bunch of versions on YouTube and like bootlegged stuff. And I was just like finding all that I could.
Yes.
But that right there is my year maker. It was so good. And it has blown up in the best way. And I love that people love
Nothing from Wicked.
Dude, Wicked is awesome, but I don't think I can use that because actually, let me talk about Wicked real quick. Just super quick. I didn't include any of that because all of that was like written and done 20 years ago. And so
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So it's like it wasn't created
That's true.
necessarily for this movie. That being said, the way that they did the music for Wicked, I also think is very special because they could have taken the music from Wicked and really like pop-ified it and made it for Ariana Grande and made it sound like her music. And one thing that I love is she said no to doing that. From what I've read, they offered like, hey, we can make this like your kind of trap pop weird thing. She's like, no, keep it as a musical, but they kind of like embellished a bunch of stuff. They made it a little bit more pop and a little bit more listenable, but they didn't overdo it. Like they did just enough to make it really cool for a movie, listenable, but not like, oh, I've just damaged this really good like piece of art. So the Wicked soundtrack is amazing.
And it's all live singing.
all live singing, which is so cool.
Because they totally could have just done lip sync.
100%.
And it would have been it would have been the same, but not.
And that's part of the reason why I like Les Mis so much, even though they have people in there who can't sing worth a damn, like Russell Crowe and Amanda Seyfried, and it's celebrities, right? But it's live singing, so you get the feel of it, and it's just super impressive. And Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are mind-blowingly good.
I still want to see it. When it's on streaming,
it's
we'll
great.
watch it.
Yeah, it's available for rent already. So it's
I think they said in a couple
$20
months
now,
it would
but-
be streaming.
Yeah, but it's awesome. And I'm stoked that hopefully the second part will come out when they say it will, because people aren't doing that anymore.
It's supposed to be this year, right?
Yeah, it's November. It's like a year almost to the day.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, we'll cross our
Because
fingers.
Beyond the Spider-Verse should have been released last year.
And now it might never.
No, it might just never
knows?
release. Okay. Vibe. What was your favorite, best vibe movie theater experience of 2024?
I have a real answer, and I have another answer.
Oh,
My real answer is Deadpool and Wolverine.
okay.
I like maybe have never had that much fun in a movie theater. Like that's the fact.
I don't think I have either.
My secondary answer is Wicked
Okay.
because it was so good. Also because I saw it so many times. And I already talked about how good it is. But it's also like I've seen it with Courtney every time and she loves it. And so it's also like it's fun
Yeah.
watching a movie that with somebody who they love it a little more than you because
Yeah.
you're like you can kind of get into it a little more.
You can look over at them and they're just like the biggest smile on their face.
But truly, Deadpool and Wolverine was special and
It was so
amazing
special.
and so fun. And the definition of well done fan service.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Perfect fan service.
Craig, what was your best vibe of
Deadpool
2024?
and Wolverine. It was so good.
Yeah.
And again, it was so good because I got to see it with my wife, and so
Yeah.
it was a blast. Great movie, the cameos, everything about it. It was a dream come true since basically X-Men Origins Wolverine burned that dream to the ground with Deadpool and Wolverine. So
Yeah.
since then, waiting and waiting and waiting, and we finally got it. So
Yeah.
so good.
It's so good. All right. It's time for it's time for worst movie of the year first. This is the big one.
I was gonna say this is the worst
Okay.
movie.
Worst movie of the year. Craig, what is your absolutely worst movie of 2024?
The worst movie of all time. Not even 2024.
Wow.
Joker 2.
What a terrible movie.
Trash.
Big garbage. You want to know something crazy?
Perfect first movie.
Yeah.
Worst hot garbage second movie.
Terrible. You want to know something hilarious?
Yeah.
I have 3 movies under my worst category, and Joker 2 is not even one of them.
Wow.
It's so bad, but there's worse. I'm going to list them in order of truly how bad they were. I could not
See,
pick.
I hated this worse than Megamind 2.
I could not. That's the thing. I hated it more, but it wasn't worse. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like if you put the two movies side by side, there is no doubt that Megamind 2 is truly maybe one of the worst movies ever made, or at least one of the worst movies ever released. You know what I
But
mean?
at least Megamind 2 made me laugh
Once,
a couple times.
Yeah.
Not.
2 times, I think, because you gave it 2 points on like the story or something.
There were like two like fish puns at the beginning or
Yeah.
something that I was like, okay, I'll give him that.
Okay, I'm gonna list them in order.
Okay.
I'll list them in order from best to worst.
Okay.
So I will end on the worst one.
Okay, gotcha.
Trap. It's worse
Best
than
worst.
it's worse than you think it is.
I bet it is.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people try to erase this from their memory, but Madam Web,
Never saw it.
my lord, what a mistake on all fronts. I did a review of that on TikTok and Instagram if you want to watch it. It's true. That one is another one that's special,
Yeah.
but in a really bad
In
way.
a really bad way.
And the worst one is Megamind 2.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's so
And also Joker 2 can die.
Yeah.
It is a terrible, 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 terrible movie.
I'll give it Megamind 2 just so that Joker 2 only has one award.
Good. That sounds good.
I'd rather award Megamind 2 twice than
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah, seriously. Doesn't deserve anything. I almost decided not to talk about it.
Yeah.
I actually didn't put it in any category. So I think I was just like,
Yeah.
not going to do it. Oh, wait. Crapping on Joker 2 was my favorite podcast moment. So that's the only time I mentioned it.
That was fun. It's
Okay.
fun to crap on movies.
Yeah. So I'm going to give movie of the year.
Okay.
And I have like a little secondary in parentheses asterisk movie also. But I'm going to give what I think is truly this award, the movie of the year, is us trying to be as objective as possible. Because we've already talked about our favorites and our best vibe and all that kind of stuff.
Trying to be a little bit more in line of like what an Oscar best picture type thing is.
Yeah, but
that's not getting paid.
But trying to be realistic about it and not saying, oh, this was the artsiest movie of the year.
Yes.
We're going to give it a bunch of accolades. That being said, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. My movie of the year, what I think is the best movie of the year, was Inside Out 2.
Okay.
I think that the way that they handled an emotion that is so often talked about, but so often misunderstood or so rarely understood at all, was really, really good. And it nailed those endearing qualities of a good Pixar movie, of an Inside Out sequel. And I think that, first of all, I think the box office kind of speaks for itself in a way.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the fact that it was able to reach such a broad audience of age and of lifestyle and of where you're at in your life was like a huge feat for movies.
They killed it.
So they killed it.
They killed it.
And I think it was great. So
I
I'm
was
gonna
terrified, but
give it
they
up.
killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't know where it was going to go.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know what they were going to do with it. And so
Yeah.
they killed it. They did really, really well.
That actually would be like an honorable mention for Pleasant Surprise because before we saw it, there was that fear of, are they going to over politicize, over inclusivize,
Or is it just not
over
gonna be as good?
or is it just going to
Right?
flop and be bad? And it exceeded all of that.
Because Inside Out, I kind of go back and forth, but it's one of my all-time favorite Pixar movies.
Yeah.
It's definitely top 3 with like freaking Toy Story 3 and like Wall-E or Ratatouille, right?
Yeah.
Like
Or
it's
Up.
or Luca. Oh my gosh, I love Luca.
Do you love Luca?
I love
Luca. Luca was great.
So much.
Yeah.
So I was scared for those reasons, and
Yeah.
I was just scared because I was like, can Pixar come back? Because even if you take out like maybe the PC political stuff that they've done in their most recent things, their movies just weren't as good.
Right.
Like take those things out and they're still just not as good as their other stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And so I was just kind of like, do we still have the Pixar team? Right?
Yeah.
Like Brad Bird and and oh my gosh, I forgot the other guy's name. Anyways,
John Lasseter.
yep, John Lasseter, which I know he's not there.
Yeah.
But like, is it
Is the legacy
is the legacy just
there?
gone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, are they just going to kind of keep going downhill and just making like good movies but not great movies anymore? So yeah, I'm pleasant surprise, definitely in there. It was they covered that emotion super well. I don't know. Did you see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish?
No, I did
Okay.
not.
So I think they showed the second best anxiety attack.
Oh, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will have to watch that.
Yeah, it was really good. Okay, what was your asterisk parentheses?
It was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
Another movie that I think was phenomenal and was not just silly, right? Like, it could have been and still been great. It could have just been kind of another silly Deadpool movie, but the added layer of Hugh Jackman's like depth of his character and his acting ability was like brings everything together so beautifully that it's right up there, but they're so different too, where it's like, I don't know if I can necessarily award one over the other. Because like, would you like to watch Inside Out 2 or Deadpool and Wolverine? It's like
Two very different movies.
very different, right? So
Same company.
It's the same company. Disney, are you back? But yeah, that's kind of my secondary
Okay.
one. That's my rated R movie of the year. How about that?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
A new category.
A new
that we've got.
category. It's
We're
that
gonna have
or
a G-rated,
it's
PG,
that or Joker 2.
PG-13, R, or Heretic.
Was Heretic R?
Oh, it probably was PG-13 actually.
I actually don't know.
No.
Are we
it's
gonna find out live on air right now?
It's got to be R.
Yeah, but it's R.
Yeah.
For gore, probably. There's like no nudity or swearing. Probably
It's
gore.
just got to be gore.
Yeah. Okay,
Frightening images.
Craig,
Yes.
what is your 2024 movie of the year? I wanted you to float right there.
Easily, without a doubt, straight bussin', no cap. The Wild Robot.
Oh,
The
man.
Wild Robot. No, he's one of my favorite movies of like the last who knows how many years.
For some reason, I kind of forgot that I could put that as movie of the year because I kind of agree.
I know you
also,
said Deadpool and Wolverine, and I'm like, I
Like,
mean,
wait, what?
is it better than the Wild Robot?
it's
though?
the three. I'm giving them a trio.
It's a tie.
It's a tie, dude.
Yeah,
that's
I
a
have
good
watched
take.
that movie 3 times now, and every time I have cried.
You purchased the movie, correct?
Yes.
What movie did you purchase more? Like, what was the most recent purchase before that? Or do you buy movies very often?
Well, we used to.
But is it
We used to
like,
buy DVDs all the time.
is this like The Wild Robot is so special I have to have it?
This was The Wild Robot is so special, and the kids would like to watch it in our car, so we bought a DVD of it so that we could have it.
okay.
But we would have bought it on like Amazon
Right.
if we hadn't. The last DVD that we've bought before that, I don't when.
Yeah. Last
But-
DVD I bought was 2013, probably.
No.
Just kidding. I don't know.
It definitely hasn't been that long. But like, last movie we bought on Amazon was the Garfield movie.
Oh, okay. So it was this year.
And that was just for the kids.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Cool.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about that movie.
It's not even on your
It's
list.
not even on my list.
Well,
So yeah, Wild
So,
Robot.
not the best.
Please, everybody
everybody should watch
watch
it.
it.
Everybody.
Perfect. It's incredible. Yes, it's animated, but it's so good.
It is not a
Animation
kid's
is
movie.
incredible.
It is a kid's movie. It's appropriate for children, but it is not a kid's movie.
Oh no, it is not.
It is a kid's movie, but it is not a
it's-
kid's movie.
The story has so much depth.
One of my favorite things that happened around that movie was my brother-in-law texting me, and he said, I think he texted me, I think the quote was, "What was that cartoon movie that made you cry?" I was like, I immediately know what you're talking about. So good. Should we throw out some honorable mentions
Yes.
of things that we liked? I've got one that is currently happening, and so I didn't want to give it any awards because I don't know how it's going to end yet. And it's all sorts of things. Mostly a pleasant surprise. Skeleton Crew,
Okay.
the Star Wars show that's happening right now. We're on episode 7 of 8, so there's only one left. And it's not even that it's a great show necessarily. It's a fun show. It very much emulates the Goonies and E.T. and like a lot of that 80s kids, but like not like little kids kind of movies and shows and stuff. And they have figured out how, and it's like, it's not as good as The Mandalorian at all. It's not even really similar. It's more of an adventure than it is kind of an action thing like The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And this is another thing that's hard to describe. They have figured out how to capture the magic and the feeling of what Star Wars is. And nobody has done that in so long.
No.
The Mandalorian is awesome and they do that really well, but a little bit of just the feeling of like, oh my gosh, this is Star Wars it sometimes is kind of missing from The Mandalorian. But this, for some reason, feels like it was the TV show made right after Return of the Jedi came out.
Okay.
Like
okay.
it feels like that era.
Right.
And it's very Goonies like coded. Like it feels like the Goonies. Everybody loves the Goonies.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jude Law is incredible. He's so awesome.
God, he was in that.
Yeah.
I might have to watch it.
It's really good.
I have to watch it.
If you're not into Star Wars, it's not like Star Wars lore heavy, but you kind of have to like Star Wars or at least like the Goonies at least a little
I
bit.
Like Ahsoka.
And so, yeah, so
I
you
didn't
might
know
like
much
it.
about
It
Ahsoka.
feels if you're going in like hesitant and closed off, it's going to feel kind of lame and it's going to feel kind of like, oh, this is for babies or whatever. But it's just like fun and good.
Okay.
It's really hard to describe, but I would actually recommend that people watch it
Okay.
because it's a fun kind of nostalgic watch of something that is new, which is interesting. That was a long explanation, but Skeleton Crew, honorable mention. Congratulations.
One honorable mention that I'm just now thinking of that I honestly forgot. Not forgot, I guess, because I watched it this year, even though it technically did come out last year.
Okay.
So I might have changed something if I had thought about that, but we've already done all our awards. Squid Game 2 came out technically December 26th,
Yeah.
but I didn't see it till like
Last week.
right? So it was 2024. Honorable mention, Squid Game 2 was awesome. Episode 5 might be my favorite episode of the year.
Oh, cool.
More than
More than Penguin.
maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
It was so good. A lot of people have complaints because it ends on a cliffhanger and it takes a minute to
The
kind of
show does?
the show does.
The whole show ends on a cliffhanger? Or that episode?
Season 2 ends on a cliffhanger because they shot 2 and 3 back to back.
Oh, cool.
So 3 is coming out this year, like summer or fall. So it's
Awesome.
very fast.
Okay.
But not everybody knows that. So they were like, oh, I waited 3 years for the next one and then I got to wait another 3 years. No, it's coming this year. They filmed it back to back. This felt like, and you'll relate to this felt like The Bear season 3 in some ways where it was like, I think season 3 is going to be like just insane from start to finish. I basically think they had like a season and a half of content that they split into 2 seasons.
Oh, okay.
So season 2, there's some really crazy stuff in the first episode, but it's also kind of just boring.
Yeah.
And even in the second episode, there's some crazy stuff, but it's also kind of boring. So, but once it like picks up, like 5, 6, and 7 are just nonstop from basically start to finish. So kind of like Bear season 3, where I think season 4 is going to be like so good, but there was a lot of buildup in season 3. This is how I kind of feel about Squid Game 2. But it was great.
Cool.
So
Do you have any other honorable mentions?
I have one more honorable mention, and I've only seen 2 episodes of it,
What is it?
and I was just talking to you about it. Severance.
Oh, Severance.
I
Yeah.
started watching it because shout out Set Zero, brother-in-law. Thank you for giving me your Apple login.
Don't say it out loud.
kind of.
They're gonna get you. I'm just kidding. That's Netflix.
Apple, no.
Netflix and Disney Plus are like, you can't watch stuff outside of your house.
He wanted me so badly to watch that show that he logged into my TV so I can watch it because I can't actually watch Apple TV on my phone because Apple's the worst. But
It's the worst or is it the best?
well, so far with Severance, it's kind of the best. So first 2 episodes, I'm so hooked.
My last honorable mention is Argyle. Yeah, I
Nope,
said it.
it's not.
Dude, Argyle was
dumb.
Was so fun though.
It was fun.
It's like, yeah, it wasn't dumb where it made me mad though. You know what I mean? Like
It was for me.
it's just like a fun movie. Like you just have fun during it, and then it's over. You're like, cool.
I had some fun during it. The first like crazy one with like was it paint or like bubbles or something, and all the colors was so cool.
Yeah.
And then immediately after they do the ice skating one, which is like the dumbest thing I've
the
ever
worst.
seen in my
It's
entire
terrible.
life. Yeah,
Yeah, big mistake. It's okay. Okay, well,
Argyle was a movie that exists.
it was. So, Craig, I now have a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you like to do our 2025 like predictions and hypes and stuff in this episode, or would you like it to be a separate episode?
No, we so last
Is that what we did?
last
We did not
something
do a separate
awards. We didn't do a separate one, and it was a speed round.
Yeah.
You just went through each movie, and it was like hype level
Hype
from
level.
1 to 10.
That's exactly what I was thinking about
Let's
doing.
do
So
it.
I've got the same ideas.
Okay.
Real quick, just to make sure, I want to make sure that my phone is still going because
Yeah, make sure.
I don't
mine's still
delete
going,
anything ever.
too. Oh, that's right. Is mine still going?
Yes.
Okay.
Both are still going, which means we both still have
Yay.
room in our phones. Okay. There's a bunch of movies. Well, there's 50 on this list on IMDb of things that are
Okay.
coming out
That's
this year.
perfect.
So I'll just name the movie, give me a number out of 10 of hype, and then I'll give you a number out of 10 of hype, and then I'll move on. I'm only going to do the ones
Speed
that I've
dating.
even heard of. I'm not going to do all of these. And we'll do this, and then I want to really quickly do just a prediction of maybe like kind of a box office prediction
I would
of
love to do
what's going to be, maybe what will be the top or something like that. We'll figure it out as we're talking. Okay, speed round. Welcome to speed round of movies of 2025. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, you
Okay,
shorten that name.
here we go.
Okay, you have a speed
SR
round of the longest name ever.
Sprom, speed round of movies of 2025. Sport, Sror,
Schwarmo.
speed round of movie.
Schwarmo 2025.
Sromo 2025. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Superman.
9.
9 also. Happy Gilmore 2.
1.
3. Jurassic World Rebirth.
5.
You don't know about it?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. 8. Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg.
8. It's Mark Wahlberg. I have no idea what it is though.
Okay, 7.
I love Mark Wahlberg.
Captain America Brave New World.
4.
Wow.
That last trailer ruined it.
8.5.
Okay.
Wicked Part 2.
7.
10. Snow White. The
Oh.
problematic PC movie.
Point 1.
Point
0.01.
0.01.
Yeah.
0.001 for me. How to Train Your Dragon live action.
2.
5 because I'm curious. Fantastic Four First Steps.
9.
10.
Wow.
Thunder.
I did
I'm
not expect you.
I'm really excited
I
for
don't think you're a
Fantastic
huge
Four.
Pedro Pascal person.
No, I like him. I don't like
Okay.
the drama from Mando season
Okay,
2, but
okay.
I don't care about that. That was so long ago.
Okay.
And Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom, and whatever this is going to mean for the rest of the MCU and all the other actors in it, I love, so I'm excited.
Okay.
Thunderbolts,
9 also.
9.5. Mission Impossible,
10.
8. 10.5.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I
Sorry.
thought you said 8. I was
Mission
like,
Impossible, is it 8 or 8 part 2? No, it's 7
8.
part
It's
2.
just 8.
It's
No,
8.
it's just 8.
But
It's not
8.
part 2 anymore.
Okay, Mission Impossible 8.
8.
Okay, Den of Thieves 2. with Gerard Butler.
I haven't seen the first one.
Okay, me neither.
5?
1. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
0?
You're less excited for that than
That's Snow White.
it's Snow White. I mean, I'll give that a 4. It could be fun, except for the last like 6 Peter Pan movies haven't been good ever since
Is
Hook.
it like a B like
I don't know what it is.
B movie horror?
I'm not even
like
gonna click on
Blood
it.
and Honey.
Lilo and Stitch, live action.
Okay, really quickly before I give my score. Sorry, I know this is speed round. The one thing
He's breaking
what
this Romo rules.
The one thing I will say, the Jungle Book live action was great. Everything else I think has been basically trash.
Okay.
The marketing that they have done for the movie is totally like old school, like Stitch goes and just like invades in other like advertisements.
Okay.
So they've brought that back. So props to them.
Okay.
But I'm giving it a 4 still.
Okay, 3. Okay, Frankenstein,
6.
7.5. A Minecraft movie. I said mind on accident. I'm so sorry. A Minecraft movie.
8.
I'm giving a very hesitant 4.5 because it could be great, but it could be the worst. Karate Kid Legends. And it is not whatever the
Jamie Lee
Smith kid.
Curtis.
No, the Smith kid. Jamie Lee Curtis.
3.
1. I have hated Karate Kid since the first one came out. Mickey 17. That's the Robert Pattinson one with the weird accent. That we watched a trailer for forever.
9.5.
I'll give it 8.5. Avatar.
Yeah.
Is Avatar this year?
Oh, I thought it was 2026. No, it's
December,
it should be.
right?
Yeah, it should be.
Avatar. Wow, Craig, we're gonna do another Avatar movie. We'll
We
come
gotta go
full
see it at
circle
midnight.
for sure.
7.
Yeah, 7,
Seven was-
7,
the second one was
7.5. I think there's just one more in here.
No, dude, get them all.
No, it's like a bunch of stuff I've never heard of. Oh, Tron Ares. Where's your hype level for that?
Gosh. No Jared Leto, 10. Jared Leto, 6.
I'm gonna say 9.
Okay.
It's a hopeful 9 though. It's like I don't know. Mortal Kombat 2.
I didn't see the first one,
Me neither.
but I'm going to give it a 7 because I heard the first one was good.
Okay, 1. Final Destination. Blood. I thought it said blood. I thought it said bloodliness, but it's bloodlines. I don't know how to
New
read.
Final Destination, really?
Well, yeah,
It's getting a half a point.
okay. I don't. 1.
3 was great.
Star Trek. Section 31. Don't ask. We can figure it out later.
7?
1. Fine.
The first 3
6.
Star Treks were
Yes,
great.
I know. Yes, 6. Sorry, I just don't know what it is.
I don't either.
And
Can't give it a 1 if you don't know what it is.
You're
What's your hype?
that's it.
Star Trek, maybe. Yeah, because Spider-Verse is garbage at this point.
Yeah. Fun. Okay.
Last of Us Season 2.
Oh,
10
Last
out
of Us
10.
Season 2. Yeah, dude. I'm excited. I have
What's your hype level?
I have 10.
Wow.
Truly, because
Wow.
and/or Season 2, actually.
Ooh.
Also a 10. Because I think both of those shows, what I think is that they were both very well done in the first season, but I didn't like them because of boringness, but both have promised like
Improvements.
exponential levels of excitement.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, if they're both the same quality but get cooler, I'm super hyped for them,
Yeah,
actually.
okay.
And it's funny because I talk so much crap on Andor, but
Yeah.
like I'm pretty stoked for the second season. So.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think will be the number 1 box office movie of the year?
I think it's going to be Wicked 2.
Whoa, really? I mean, what is Wicked 2 at right now? Almost a billy? Or did it pass a billion? No, it's at
No.
683.
No, definitely not because Moana's not even at a billion.
Yeah, 683. That's crazy, dude. You think Wicked 2 will beat Fantastic Four and Superman?
I'm just very curious. Here's my thing with both DC and Marvel. DC kind of shot themselves in the foot this year.
Yeah.
Other than the Penguin, but most people didn't watch the Penguin.
Right.
So Superman, the people that are super hyped for it are the people who like James Gunn.
Yeah.
all the other people are like, is this Man of Steel? So I don't know if it's going to do as well as, I think it'll do well, but I don't know. Wicked 1 has kind of been like a thing.
Yeah.
And if part 2 is like the finale, it will just do better than part 1.
And it will be. It'll be the last one.
So I'm just wondering if Superman and Fantastic Four are billion-dollar movies. And I don't know if either one, because the last Fantastic Four movie was utter garbage.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
But this one, dude, Pedro
Okay,
Pascal,
has Robert Downey
Robert
Jr.
Downey
Okay,
Jr.,
Fantastic Four.
the dude from
Yeah.
A Quiet Place / Stranger Things.
John Krasinski.
Yep. And what's his buckets from The Bear? Cousin. He's playing the
Oh my gosh, he is?
uh-huh.
That's
He's
so
the
cool.
Thing. Is that his name?
Yeah,
Rock
Thing.
guy? The Thing.
Yeah.
And then that really beautiful woman who's playing Sue Storm, whose name always escapes me. But it's like, what a cast.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay, I keep forgetting Robert Downey Jr.'s in that. I'll say
Yeah.
Fantastic Four's number
So
one.
this is my prediction, top 5.
Okay.
I'm going to say it here way before all of this happens. Okay, you guys, the date is the 8th. It is January 9th, 2025. Today. It's the 9th.
Yeah, you said the 8th.
Yeah, I messed up.
Okay.
January 9th, 2025, I'm making my top 5 predictions. Okay. Fantastic Four.
Wicked.
Superman. Wicked.
Superman.
Stop. Fantastic Four, Superman, Wicked. Then I'm going to go,
What else is coming out?
I'm going to go,
Oh, no, Avatar number 1. Sorry.
do you think?
Oh,
Oh, I forgot about Avatar. Okay,
well,
hold on.
Here's the thing.
Hold on.
Is it box office for that year or just because
Yeah, so I will count the full box office
Okay.
even if it jumps into 2026.
Avatar, Fantastic
that's fair.
Four, Wicked, Superman. No. Okay.
Okay.
Avatar, Fantastic Four, Minecraft, Wicked, Superman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, Avatar really threw things off. The next Avatar will
maybe
not do
Avatar-
as much as the last one. I'm calling that right now. There's no way it hits 3 billion.
The last one was 2.16.
I thought it was 2.9.
No, 2.16.
The last Avatar?
I won.
Hold
I was
on.
off by 10 million, remember?
Hold on. 2.31 was Avatar.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So,
Oh, I
okay.
said 2.3. That's right.
Okay. Avatar, Fantastic Four, Superman, Wicked. Mission Impossible.
No, dude, you don't know the power of Minecraft.
I know. And then Minecraft.
I honestly, it might be Avatar, Minecraft, Fantastic Four.
Dang, dude.
I'm not even
I'm
kidding
so
you.
curious. Are we going to see the Minecraft movie?
1,000%.
I thought you weren't hyped for that.
I'm not. But we have to.
we have
it's
to
gonna
see
be
it.
it's gonna be one of the biggest movies.
Okay, Craig.
And we maybe we get a podcast episode with the director. Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. If
How are we
that's
doing with that?
I don't. Well, there hasn't been a family reunion yet, so.
Okay. Craig, do you have any 2025 movie goals? Realistic goals. Goals you can accomplish.
Once a month.
Once a month, a brand new movie.
Yes,
That's wonderful.
that's my goal.
My goal,
Is to see every new movie.
this is ambitious. Okay. I have a couple goals. My first goal is to, no matter what, by the end of the year, see the top 10 box office movies. Because I really failed on that this year. I only saw like 4 of the top 10.
I guess I didn't see Kung Fu Panda 4.
Let's see. Out of those, you saw Inside Out 2, Deadpool and Wolverine. Did you see Despicable Me 4?
Yep.
Nice. Did you see Moana 2?
Yep.
Nice. Dune Part 2?
Yep.
You did not see Wicked?
No.
You did not see Godzilla?
No.
Did you see Kung Fu Panda?
No,
Did you see Mufasa?
no,
Did you see Venom 3?
no.
So you got half.
I got half.
And I think I got less than half. I got Inside Out, Deadpool, Dune, Wicked. I did see Godzilla.
Yeah.
I saw 5 also. So my goal is to see the top 10. I would also like to see 52 new movies this year. Now, a lot of those are going to be like Netflix. 52 movies and
Released in
TV shows
2025.
released in 2025.
Okay.
So the both of them. That's my goal. I'd like to review each of them and potentially put them on our Patreon. Some secret episodes for only Patreon subscribers. I'd also like to be on top of making TikToks this year,
Yeah, so do I.
starting with this.
Well, maybe YouTube Shorts,
yeah.
since TikTok might be
Since
gone.
TikTok might be gone, except for, I don't know if it was true, but I heard that the guy from Shark Tank was going to buy it for $300 billion.
Who? Mark?
No, not Mark. Kevin O'Leary or whatever.
Oh, really? I'm surprised he wants to buy
He's the
TikTok.
worst. Anyway, those are my goals.
My goal for this year, not movies or TV shows, is to play a crap ton of new video games
That's cool.
releasing in 2024.
I'd like to play a video game
Please do.
this year.
Yeah.
Maybe Zelda.
Yeah. Please
The
do.
Legend of Breath of the Wild.
Or
Wild.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Play
Tears-
both of them. They're
Tears
each
in-
like
Tears of
200
my-
hours each.
Tears of My Wild.
Breath of the Kingdom.
Breath of the Kingdom. So, did we cover it all?
Who won box offices for last year? I think that's our last
Dude,
thing.
Good question. It gets tricky towards the end. Let's see. There's a couple things that we have not done yet. 2 movies. Wicked, which
But I wasn't a part of that.
I know, but I still won. I beat Courtney, which is the most important part. So I'm winning that because you weren't there. And then Heretic. What did Heretic end up as?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't have a computer to check.
For Heretic, I know you're a loser.
I'm a loser.
Dude, wowza. Okay, so for Heretic,
I definitely won.
you guessed 55 million. I guessed 74 million.
Oh,
And it did 51 million.
yeah. Let's go,
So
baby.
you got it. You got it, baby. So for 2020, all right, 20, did we get the rest of them? I don't know. Okay, I think I did. Okay, let's see. Where did we start in 2024? Was Argyle the first one?
I think so.
Is it going to be a tie? Okay, let's count them up. Was Argyle the first one of the year?
Whatever 44 episodes before this was.
That is incredibly unhelpful.
It would have been after our Something Awards, right?
Yeah, but I don't have these something awards written down, so now I just gotta scroll real quick. Ugh. Can you believe we've done as many episodes as we have?
No.
Who would have thought? I feel like the Paul Rudd meme right here, cracking open a beer. Who would have thought? You and me.
I know, right?
You know? Okay, the first one we did was actually John Wick.
Oh.
So we did John Wick, Something Awards, Better Call Saul, Source Code, and Nightcrawler, and then it was Argyle. So all the way back there at John Wick. So let's go ahead and count them up for those of you who are still here, starting at John Wick. We'll count Craig's first.
Yep.
Okay?
The winner.
1. And then I went on a roll. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm kind of worried.
Yeah, but there's so many episodes.
Sam got 1, 2, 3, 4. I went on a 4
Yeah,
hot streak.
yeah, and then I destroyed
5,
you.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
There's no way. There's no way.
11.
There's no way.
If you count Wicked,
No, you can't. It's a tie.
it's a tie. Dude, it is a true tie.
Literally 11 and 11.
Wow. Incredible.
Okay.
Cool. Well, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And here's to whatever's going to happen in 2025.
Yeah.
There's several movies I'm pretty stoked for.
Me too.
And, what's fun, too, is I'm sure you could figure it out, but you never know what's going to just pop up on Netflix one day and just be
No.
like, this is a new movie. It's
Like
awesome.
Carry On.
Yeah, like Carry On.
Yeah, that you've never seen.
Yeah. What? Who? Yeah. Oh, a couple of those movies real quick. The Flight Risk movie. I've seen like a trailer for it every day for some reason. It's in the trailer, Mark Wahlberg is flying like a prisoner and a military lady or something. And he's like supposed to be transporting this terrorist or whatever. And then it turns out that Mark Wahlberg's the bad guy.
Oh.
So it's weird that they show you that in the trailer. It feels kind of Dumb.
Weird.
And then I don't remember what the other one was that you asked me
Jurassic
about.
World Park
Oh, Jurassic World. Yeah.
Rebirth.
Yeah. It's the dude from Wicked / Bridgerton, Jonathan Bailey, and Scarlett Johansson. And it's just a new Jurassic Park movie. Could be cool. I don't really know anything about it.
Could be spicy.
Could be spicy. I do like ScarJo personally, so
Yeah.
I'm down. When does it come out, do we think?
She cool. She cool.
Jurassic World. Oh, 2015, because I didn't type in the right thing.
I wonder what the top 5 of this year is going to be. I can't solidify if it's going to be Fantastic Four or
July
Minecraft.
2nd. July's going to be crazy.
July's going to be
Jurassic
insane.
World, Superman, and Fantastic Four in July.
See, that's going to hurt Superman.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. That's for sure.
Avatar, Minecraft, Fantastic Four, Wicked, Superman. Final answer.
He keeps changing.
Final answer.
We'll put it.
Final answer. Write it down.
That's your final answer. I'm gonna make an Instagram post. Of our guesses, and I'm gonna post them on Instagram so they're there and they're unchangeable, and we will check them next year.
Well, that's mine.
That's yours.
That's
great.
mine.
I don't remember what I said, but I'm sticking with it. I'll listen to it later. Well, thank you for listening to today's Something Awards, for this year's Something Awards.
Yay.
It's been a fun show.
Last year's Something Awards.
It's this year's
Shut
awards
up.
for last year.
No,
But,
you don't know anything.
man, what a fun one. Can't wait
was
till year
fun.
4.
I know.
You know?
It's
There's gonna be
crazy.
So
This
many
is our
movies.
third one.
This time next year, we're going to be like, man, Superman was fill in the blank. Man, Mission Impossible really made me feel
Fill in the blank.
fill in the blank.
Man, wasn't it crazy when Fill in the Blank released?
Wow, I did not see Jason Bateman doing fill in the blank.
Oh, speaking of that, you wanted to try a bingo thing this year.
Okay, you guys, we're going to make bingo cards for what we think could happen. And we're going to make our own bingo cards. And it can be anything, right? Unless you can't do anything that's already announced. So you can't put on your bingo card, Superman comes out.
Yeah.
But you can put Superman crosses $1 billion. You can put Channing Tatum and Jason Bateman accidentally rub butts in a movie while both naked. Like, you can do whatever you want, but we're going to do a full bingo card, a 5x5. You're allowed a free space in the middle. Anybody's welcome to join us, but I think it'd be fun to do. And we'll just announce it every episode. If one has happened, we'll just announce it.
Yeah.
So 2025 movie bingo.
It's going to be crazy.
We'll have to make that.
Okay.
All right, it's a tie. So
It's a
should
tie.
we end
We are
the
signing
year
off.
with, should we go back and forth?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, would you like to start?
Thank you, everybody, for joining us in another delicious episode.
Scrumptious.
Delicious and scrumptious episode of Reaction Time Podcast. As we all know, stands for Rotten.
Everest
Always.
comes. COMES.
2.
Iceberg.
Or
Nye.
tomatoes.
Ink.
Makes.
Eggplants. And that it does.
COMES.
COMES. Just throwing that out there. All right, thanks, y'all.
Thank you all for a fantastic year.
Here's to 2025.
See you next time.
Peace. Thumbnail, am I right?
Oh, that is a thumbnail.